In this video, I'll show you how much a trip to New York costs. All the costs, guys, hotels, tickets, insurance, chip, the tickets, everything you need to travel to New York. I'll give here two profiles, okay guys? The economic profile, who wants to travel spending as little as possible on everything, and the comfort profile, which is for those who want to spend a little more, take a better hotel. It has a slightly better level than the other, then you can see which one fits better. But come on, the video is pretty cool with quick, useful tips and no winding up, so buckle up. Hey guys, for those who don't know me, I'm Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the Grupo Dicas, one of the largest travel content networks in the world, and today I'm here to explain to you how much a trip to New York costs. We already made this video at the beginning of the channel almost 3 years ago, but prices have changed a lot, guys. After the pandemic, flights to the whole world increased, everything practically increased, and the dollar has appreciated, so it's more expensive to travel abroad. Yes, that's why we've made a very up-to-date video for you to really know the real value of your trip that you're possibly planning to take. So let's go and buckle up. I'll put here on the side here a table that I'll divide in two profiles: the economic profile, which is that person who wants to travel spending as little as possible on everything, and the comfort profile is for those who want a little more comfort, a better hotel, to do more tours. You will spend a bit more and have a slightly cooler trip. It's much better to put it in dollars. Why? Because the dollar varies much less, so at the time of your trip, watch how much the exchange rate of the day is, how much your currency is, and then you multiply by the dollars, and I'll take here the values too, okay guys? Don't worry, but it's for you to have a better idea. And here are 10 days of traveling, 10 full days. I took from the 1st to the 10th of October, which is an average season. In the whole United States, July, December, and January, it's high season. Everything is much more expensive. If you go in these months, it will be more expensive, but we took the period of October, which is an average period, to see there how much it is. So let's go. And all the prices I put here are for one person, okay guys? We calculate a two-person trip, we split it, which then corresponds to how much is for each person, okay? The individual value for each one in case you are traveling with more than one person. So the first item on the list, guys, is the airfare. I didn't put the cost of the visa and the passport here because a lot of people already have it. If you don't have it, it's $160 for the visa, and it's very cheap for the passport. Okay, do some research. There you have to include that cost, but let's go along the lines that you already have those documentation costs. Airfare is costing today an average of $750 a round trip. Okay guys, it can vary if you live in a city further away from major capitals that have flights, a lot of flights to New York. It can be a little bit more expensive, it can be cheaper, depends more on where you are located, but this is an average value. Converting to my currency, it's expensive. In the past, it was much cheaper, you found more affordable tickets. Today, it's practically impossible to get. The price is too high, the price is already a very good price, okay guys? You will still find prices much higher than that. So we made an average, but in general, this value that I put here is indeed a good value for an airfare. Remembering guys, that's the value for the round trip, okay guys, round trip tickets. Now let's go to the hotel. The hotel in New York is one of the cities that has the most expensive hotels in the world. It's really very expensive to stay in New York. We tried to work some magic here, looking for really cool, really nice options, but with a realistic price, okay guys? That's what you will find, so let's go. In the economic profile, I put here $900, okay guys? The value for the 10 days for one person. This is a simple hotel, okay? Considering there are 2 stars or a hostel, this value, which is high compared to Miami, Orlando, which we just did the videos, is very high, but it's the price of staying in Manhattan, the island that has virtually all of New York's tourist attractions. So this is the value for you to save a lot and get a very satisfactory hotel. Now on the comfort spreadsheet, I'm going to put here $1,400, which is a 3-star hotel. It's not great either, it's not sensational, but it's a good one, well located, and then the price goes up a bit. This is the hotel you're looking at. It's one of the ones we stayed in, which we found very cool. A good hotel, nice and well located, and I'll leave down here in the description of the video, in the first comments, the links of the hotels, of those hotels that we have already stayed if you want to consult, and also the link of all the services that we researched, because a lot of things you will research and talk about, Gabriel, it's much more expensive than in your spreadsheet. It's because we already know the places that are cheaper. Throughout all the years of traveling, we have been getting to know the cheapest places for each service. We we do everything on our own and it ends up being much cheaper. So I'll leave everything listed for you. Then go in your computer, calmly open, do the simulation on the date of your trip so you can really see how much is on the date you want to visit New York. And for this value, the hotels at least already have breakfast, but there's no way to skip lunch. I know it's a bit scary, it's a high value, but New York and San Francisco are two destinations that you just can't afford. As much as you get simple, cheap hotels, it's very hard to get cheaper than that. You end up paying a bit extra, but in general, it's a very expensive destination. Now let's talk about transportation. At least in transportation you will save. New York, if you use little transportation, I put $130 in economy and $220 in comfort. This value is the transfer you will take from the airport to the hotel, which is a bit expensive. It's about $70. There's a place that's cheaper that we know too. We always buy it. I'll leave it here below, but take a look because there really is no mistake, no escaping this. But if you share and are traveling with one more person, it's going to be $35 one way, $35 the return. Then I put a little bit more here for the subway, $130 the economic profile. If you only use the subway, it's about $3 away, okay, per ticket. You go to a place, $3 to return, $3. You can manage well, and being well located, at least you can do everything there on foot. Walking, using the subway is very easy. You will not need other means of transportation. The comfort I increased a little to $220 in case the person needs it. I need to take an Uber, I'm tired, or you're too far away, it's a place that works at night, want to go out for dinner, we'll take an Uber or other. I put here a little higher value, but it's pretty much the same thing for both. And guys, who doesn't follow me yet, follow me on Instagram at @Lorenzi and Livia De Lorenzi. We have been living in Orlando for almost 2 years now. We are showing everything here. We show our travels around the world, the Disney parks. Now we are closed and go pretty much every week. There's some cool travel content, American Day to Day there. Follow there that you will like. And if you can, take a look later at our new channel, the Lorenzi Family channel. It's the same idea. We show the day-to-day life here in the United States, the adaptation in another country, what life is like here, Disney parks, the beaches near here, traveling around, the routine with our daughters who are a blast. If you can follow us there and subscribe, watch it there, the family, I think you're gonna like it. And now let's talk about travel insurance. Guys, international travel insurance is very important for you to have one. Anywhere you're going to travel outside your country, make one. It's very cheap and covers you from absurd expenses that you may have. Okay guys, there is a doctor's appointment, hospitalization sometimes that costs $3,000 for. It's absurd the price of health out there here abroad. So make one for you to have a notion, a good travel insurance with medical coverage of $60,000. It covers you for up to $60,000. $800 of baggage loss, $30 folks per person for the 10 days is very cheap. So make one, don't miss out. I'll leave the link here below, the travel insurance comparator. That's the only place we can find these incredible prices, very cheap, and it's a good place. We have always hired it for years. Take a look, that's very cheap insurance, but be sure to do one. And the next item on the list is the chip, the travel chip. Who travels today without working mobile internet, guys? No way. There is no way you can go on a trip without the internet. A few places may have Wi-Fi, yes, some parks, some Starbucks, shopping malls, but for the other periods of the trip that you will not be in these places, to ask for an Uber, to be able to locate yourself, use Waze, to look at the map, to use the GPS. For those who you rent a car, guys, the chip is very important. So buy the SIM card, because if you come with your local operator plan, you will pay a very high international roaming fee. Then the cheapest option is a travel chip, which has several companies that already sell, already deliver to the whole world. It's a prepaid international chip that you put on your cell phone and use the internet during your trip easily. It's super easy. There's even the virtual chip which you receive by email. It's much easier than you think. So this value of the chip, a good one, which is what we like and use, $45, 5 gigs of internet. It's more than enough for all the days of traveling. Even for 15-20 days it's possible. I'll leave here the link also under this chip, but it's a good chip, $45 per person for all these 10 days of traveling, guys. And now the food. Food, guys, is a very difficult item to do because it varies a lot from person to person. You can't survive on $10 if you just eat noodles all day. Just drink water, which is free. Get tap water from somewhere. But we put a real value so you don't have any problems. So in the economic column, $40. A fast food, some noodles, mac and cheese costs about $12. Shake Shack or Five Guys for me are the best snacks. Write it down. I'll even put their picture here. You can get it for $14, $15 the combo. the whole number. So you will spend about $15 in the evening, a little more at lunch, in the afternoon, a coffee, water, an ice cream, a beer, drink vodka, anything. And then we calculate $40 a day saving. Okay guys, buying something at the market, eating at home, eating a very economical profile. Now in comfort, we always put $70 a day per person, which then you will be able to have lunch in a nicer place, eat a bigger dish. In the evening, you can go to a restaurant, have a snack, a few drinks, something a little more if you allow yourself a little more to enjoy New York, which is nice. New York has a lot of restaurants, so it's nice to spend a little to get to know these places, which are not expensive. There are good and cool places which are expensive, only in the middle ground there, but they are not luxurious. But it's nice for you to know and have an idea. You have a lot of good options, so that's why we put $70. And now the tours. The tours, guys, the economic one, I left 0 because if you want to save as much as possible, New York has a lot of free things to do. Central Park you can visit about 3 times because it's gigantic. It's very cool. Go to Times Square, see the Statue of Liberty from afar, from the harbor, so you can do a lot of things. Walking around Wall Street, it's a nice walk that you get to know everything. Now, for the comfort profile, I put $250. That there you can already do some tours that I think are sensational and that you should do if you already go there. You can't miss it. I put 2 observatories there, and New York has 4 ones now. Gigantic buildings and buildings that are sensational for you to go up there and see everything. But I put 2 for you to choose. The most famous is Empire State, but I think the coolest, I put the Edge, which is sensational. At the top of the Rockefeller, which is the Rockefeller Center, are 2 observatories. I put the tour to the Statue of Liberty because the statue is far away on an island, so it's a tour that you go with a boat. You will walk around. It's super touristy. You have to do it to see, take a picture of the Statue of Liberty a little closer, and also hear the tour to the outlet because New York doesn't have an outlet. It's just street stores, department stores. If you want to go to an outlet, buy something at a cheaper price, there is a very good outlet 45 minutes away, if I'm not mistaken, from New York. We love it. And there is a tour that takes you. It's a super cool transportation, a company that takes you and take you back. It's also there another museum. The Natural History Museum is sensational. It's the one for a night at the museum, the movie everybody knows. There's that big T-Rex. It's a beautiful place. So in New York, it has a lot of places to visit, so I put all those tours. Guys, this buying here on the website, I'll leave down here also in the middle of all the links and all the things. It's one of the biggest and best sites in the world. It has the best price. It's really good, really cool. We always buy there. The prices are very good, and there is everyone. Then you can choose, you will select. Guys, when you have some time, do some research on the computer. It's easier. Open the video, open the links below, and put the date of your trip organizing. In 15 minutes, you have a real budget on how much you will spend on your trip. We have left everything there so you can schedule your own itinerary, your own stuff, so you can see which one fits. And then to finish, we have a total of $2,255 from the economic place. To convert to your currency, guys, I know it's expensive, it's going to be a high value, but that's how it is. There are people giving lower values than that, but at the time, people even believe. We had a case of friends who came with these tips. He came here and had trouble with money, so my job here is to give you a real view for you to really prepare, save, even if it's for a longer period, save more money so you don't get into trouble and problems. No one deserves to travel and spend financially. It ruins the whole trip, so that's a real value, okay guys, so you can save. And in the comfort column, $3,395, guys. Convert to your currency, do the calculations, guys. It's a bit more money, but you will have much more comfortable trip, do some tours. And I do not include the Broadway shows. The Broadway shows here is expensive, people. It costs $160. The Lion King, Frozen, which is sensational, Phantom of the Opera, they are incredible shows. But as it's a high value, I left it aside. If you can and have the possibility, take a look. That's worth including too. There's a lot. New York is sensational. It's worth your planning and trying to make this trip, guys. Go if you can, go to the Broadway shows, see the tours and do the things, but it's totally worthwhile. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please don't forget to give us that like and subscribe to the channel because it really helps us a lot. And be sure to check out the other videos that are very good. I'm going to highlight, guys, the one on how to travel very cheaply to New York, which is a complete planning. It's a video that teaches you how to plan your entire trip, saving the most on everything and hiring everything in each place that's the best and the cheapest there in your category. So be sure to check it out. It looks very good. And that's it, guys. Thank you very much and have nice trips.